We have about 3 weeks to DV2026 results. The results will be out May 3rd, 2025. DV2026 was applied last year, 2024, the first week of October until the first week of November. For you to check the results for DV2026, make sure you still have the following. Make sure you have the confirmation number. And maybe somebody may ask, what is the confirmation number? Confirmation number is that 16-digit alphanumeric number that you got when you applied for DV lottery. Somebody was saying, okay, I've lost my digital signature. You see digital signature? This is called confirmation number. And in case maybe you've lost it or misplaced it for some reasons, there is a way of recovering it only when the results are out. Why am I saying this? Somebody asked me, how I've tried to recover DV2026 confirmation number, which I lost, but it says invalid. You cannot recover it now. You cannot recover DV2026 confirmation number now until the results are out. Kama ulipoteza, if you lost it, wait until the results are out. What you can only recover is, for example, DV2025 confirmation number. Why is that? Because the results are already out for DV2025. Lakini kwa DV2026, you cannot recover it. Yes. Now, let's go back. What else do you need to check the results? Your last name and the year of birth. EO2. And where is the website? It's called dvprogram.z.gov. Why am I saying this? Somebody, aliniuliza kwa inbox, somebody asked me, okay, I received an email saying that I've been randomly selected and I ended up losing 1,300 Kenya shillings. There is no day the Department of State will email you that you've been randomly selected. Uta receive email or any notification. The only way of checking the results is by visiting this website, dvprogram.state.gov, not .com, not .org, amagani. It's only .gov, which is a government website. There is no email that you will be sent. You have to go to that site and check the results. And the results can only be two. It's either you've not been selected or you've been randomly selected, and you will see the first notification letter, 1NL, in there. Kama uko selected. Tunaiguana. Now, how do you retrieve a lost DV2026 confirmation number? What do you need? Enter the required details, such as DV program here. For example, 2026, your full name, exactly as entered in your application, initial application, your date of birth in full. Hiyo ya kwanza ilikuwa ya kucheck the results was just the year of birth. But now, if you are trying to recover a lost confirmation number, you will input the full date of birth. And then your email address, that email address that you used in your initial application. And make sure that you still have access to that email address. And that's why I always say, when applying for anything, use your own email address. Don't use anybody's email address. Use a valid email address you can access or receive messages. And then lastly, you'll need to complete a captcha verification. Hiyo ni kama code, and then you click submit. That way, you will retrieve a lost confirmation number. Tumeelewana? So, as we wait for DV2026, make sure you invest in research. Invest in internet. Okay, there is a video I made about my computer, my PC that I use in DV2023 application. Vile mmeona hiyo computer yangu, I invested money. I paid about, I think, 18,000-ish, yes, Kenya shillings, to purchase that personal computer, computer. And I was able to use it during the application, DV lottery application, even the submission of DS260, and all other important applications. So I invested money. invest yourself. Invest in research. Invest in internet. Invest in maybe your smartphone, maybe your laptop. Make sure that you invest so that you do research. I've realized that TikTok people, most of you, hamuna information. Wacha niseme kwa sauti ya chini. Hamuna information. So let me tell you this. Invest in research. There is no way under the sun you will immigrate to any country in the Western world without doing research. Hata kama nawachanua hapa here and there with videos, it's until you take that initiative. Take the initiative of doing research. Yes, do research. If you do research, you'll not be asking simple questions like, okay, what is DS260? What is confirmation number? How can I apply? If you do research, if you only do research, make use of available resources. Yes, make use of Google, make use of ChatGPT, make use of Copilot, and so many other tools. Ufanye research, invest and invest. Wale wote mnaona wamekuja US, those who've come to the US, if you dig deep, you will realize that those people invested in themselves, in research, in internet, yeah, na kubuild network, so that you learn more about diversity visa lottery or other immigration pathways to the US. By the way, DV lottery is not the only way of coming to the US. If you are a teacher, science teacher, you can come through H-1B visa. Now, when you arrive in the US, you will get a conditional green card. And then eventually, you can also apply for citizenship. You can also come through J-1 visa. And then if your employer is interested with you as a teacher, they can petition for you. You have that green card, conditional green card. There are so many ways of coming to the US. If you are an athlete, join those athletic clubs. I've met people here in the US who came to the US through athletics. Na hata wakimbi, they are not even running. They just join. And then when that season for US coaches, when you wanaendaga Africa to scout for athletes, they were picked. And now they are in the US. Some of them are even citizens. So do research on various ways of coming to the US. It should not only be diverse visa lottery. Fanya research. Mambo ya scholarships. Do research about scholarship. I've been posting videos about scholarships, but for some reasons, people are not interested with scholarships. Sijui ni mambo ya essays or what. So, make sure that you invest in yourself, invest in internet, invest in computers, your smartphone. Do research. Be informed. Yeah, jaribu kuwa informed. Najua nimewakatakata kidogo, but that's the reality. Yeah. If a mitumba person like me, mtu mwenye alikuwa anauza mitumba like me, an entrepreneur like me could do research, could invest in search. As you've seen that PC on my video, it was a good PC. Na nilikuwa na Wi-Fi. Why not you? Why not you? Yep. And even with there is a video I made about joining US military. Some people are asking weird questions. You can only join US military when you are in the US and you are a permanent resident or a US citizen. 2, it's either you are a US citizen or a permanent resident. Mutu a green card. Those are the 2 ways of joining US military. There is no other way. But because you don't like to Google, you don't like to ChatGPT, you don't like to use Copilot, you don't like to do research, you just ask a question. Lakini nawapenda sana juu naturally I'm a teacher, so napenda kuwafundisha watu. So I'm not even offended. It's only that it raises, sometimes I see myself, okay, maybe I'm different. I do more research, or I did research until I came here. Maybe I'm different, but it's never too late to learn. It's never too late to learn. You can always invest in research. Na nasema tena, invest in research. Don't be like others wenye wanasahau hata kusubmit their DS260s because of no doing research.